I think the most important in a microgrid in Heyfield, or any of these programs in Heyfield on renewable energy, is the empowerment that it gives to communities. It actually has an opportunity to build communities and connect communities in a really special way. It also has the ability to have finances and money that would be spent out of town, spent back in town. Across Gippsland there's lots of different energy programs taking place. There's lots of communities rising up and actually wanting to empower their communities with energy. Some of them, I guess, the most common one would be the Locola, with the taking a town off diesel and empowering it with renewable energy. But there's lots of little things, there's bulk buying of solar batteries. There's different ways communities are rising up and different options that communities are picking. There's solar on big buildings, there's solar on hospitals, money that is then put back into the hospital and back into the community. The next thing I can see happening is the batteries and how they actually supplement that solar for those big users, but also for those homes. I think it's exciting to see the bulk buys of electric vehicles happening and communities starting to take that up. Because eventually, the question is, will we have batteries on our home, or will our EV parked in our driveway be our backup for our night use? One of the things that I probably really pick up is when we actually look at moving our energy from what we're used to, and that coal and gas, to renewable energy, we also get the health benefits. We know that coal and gas both have negative health impact on our bodies, on our families and on the environment. So while we move forward, we're not only taking action on climate change, but we're taking action on protecting our families and their health by having renewable energy in our homes instead of the fossil fuels. Community engagement is essential in anything that we do. I think the world is changing from what we're told what needs to be done, to that community engagement. Communities know what is on the ground and they know what's best for them. So meetings like today, where communities are sitting down and really getting to the nuts and bolts of how this can work for their communities, needs to be taken outside the door as well, for those that aren't in the room, those that have no idea about energy literacy. How do we help them with that energy literacy? Where do we need to go to meet them? Often we can't expect them to come to us. We need to go to them. We need to engage them. What Watches is a great one, because it was an easy pickup to find 100 homes to actually start monitoring and teaching energy literacy. How do we get that feedback, and how do we get those 100 people into the room? And it's connecting with them, making them understand that they are important in the story of Heyfield. They are the change and part of the change that is going to happen. So I first became interested in renewable energy and energy efficiency for my own home when I saw the little things that I could do to change and reduce my energy costs. Energy costs is a really big expense on a home. So there were small things. I did join My Efficient Electric Home, and I learnt so many things from very smart people who gave free advice really. But then I looked at the government rebates that were available for energy efficiency, and there's so many of them around. I also looked at the easy picks to start with, what we could do to change what was happening in our home, knowing that our energy is changing and we need to change. Being able to monitor my own energy, I could actually see what I'm using and how I'm using it, what appliances were using lots of energy and what used a little bit, and how I could change those over time. If people want to save money, taking small steps in actually reducing drafts, or and that could be with a silicone, or just a $10 product from a hardware store, to those bigger steps as you move away in the house. It is also a comfort thing. When you have a great heater but you've got drafts coming through because your heat is pulling the drafts through. So, it's really important to start taking those little steps, and it also takes little steps in your home to, as I said before, protect the health of our families.